Hi friends, welcome back to 10-Minute Recaps. Today, I'm going to explain a 2018 American comedy fantasy movie called Every Day. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. A is a mysterious traveling spirit, who inhabits the bodies of a different teenager for every single day. The movie begins as A wakes up in a high school boy, Justin Smith's body. He takes a picture of himself as he does with everybody he has been in, and sets a timer for 11 p.m. and 11:50 p.m. Rhiannon is Justin's girlfriend, that he is ignorant to. Rhiannon is completely in love with Justin, but he neither replies to her texts nor treats her well. That day, A navigates his life as Justin at school and meets Rhiannon, who apologizes to him for texting too much. Justin tells her that it's alright, and he should have texted her back, a total opposite to his normal personality. Rhiannon convinces Justin to skip school with her, to spend more time with him. The two sneakily run out of the school. The whole day was magical for both of them. They sing songs in his car, walk together in an aquarium, run around the beach happily and have a lot of fun. As they walk through the park, Rhiannon tells him about her dad's manic episode a few years ago and how it affected her relationship with him. She feels nice that Justin is interested in her family life. At the end of the day, as they are about to separate, as Justin tells Rhiannon that tomorrow won't be like today. Rhiannon, however, ends the day on a positive note, citing that tomorrow is tomorrow. The two kiss and finally separate. A seems to have gotten attached to Rhiannon. It is now the next day, and A wakes up as a girl named Amy. She takes a picture of herself like always and sets an alarm. To be closer to Rhiannon, Amy goes to her high school as a new student. Meanwhile, Rhiannon is distressed because of Justin's ignorant behavior towards her again. Amy meets Rhiannon, saying that she is a transfer student, and wants Rhiannon to show her around. The two are at the chemistry lab when Justin comes in and complains about missing practice the previous day. He doesn't seem to remember anything that happened yesterday, which hurts Rhiannon. Justin even blames her for him missing practice. Amy gets furious and replies to Justin on Rhiannon's behalf, saying that he is unappreciative of the only good thing going on in his life. Rhiannon asks her to stop, while Justin looks at her weirdly and leaves. After the encounter, an upset Rhiannon asks Amy to be with her friend Alexander, and leaves. Cut to the following day. A wakes up as a boy named Nathan, and does his usual routine. He goes to his computer and searches for an address on the map. Meanwhile, Justin and Rhiannon are at a party where he leaves her with the keys, and goes with his friend group. Rhiannon is alone and awkward. Justin completely neglects Rhiannon for the whole night. She is standing alone, when she sees Nathan dancing goofily. She can't help but join in. The two are dancing together, when Justin approaches them standing protectively by Rhiannon's side. Nathan introduces himself as Justin's friend, Steve's cousin, and says that he is gay. He even suggests being attracted to Justin, so he goes back to his friends. Nathan then invites Rhiannon to go outside. They talk about Rhiannon's type in men, and laugh. They talk for a long time, but Nathan has to go before 12. Meanwhile, Justin figures that Steve has no cousin. They run downstairs and chase Nathan away. The next day, A wakes up as a blind boy and cannot find his phone. So, he spends the whole day in his room. Meanwhile, Nathan has become an internet troll, saying that he was possessed by a devil. Rhiannon gets a message from a random number the next day, asking her to meet the person in a public place alone. She goes to the library, where she is approached by a girl named Megan. At first, Megan tells Rhiannon that Nathan sent her, but then she begins to explain her life as a moving spirit. She reveals that she wakes up as a different person every day. The day she went out with Justin, she was Justin. Then, she was Amy, and the previous day, she was Nathan. Rhiannon doesn't believe any of this and tries to leave, but Megan begins to recite the things she said to Justin on their date. Rhiannon then assumes that Justin and everyone else is playing a sick prank on her, but Megan insists that she is real. Freaked out, Rhiannon leaves the place. The following day, she again gets a text message from a number, and goes to meet A in a diner. This time it is an Asian boy waiting for her. She quizzes him about all the things she has done with the people's bodies he has been in, and he answers all of them correctly. He then introduces himself as A name he has given himself. A tells her that he wakes up every day in a different body, which is always near the last body, and around the same age as him. He doesn't know if he has parents, or where he was born. He has been changing bodies ever since he was a kid. He tries to leave as little a trace as possible after living the day. A then shows her his Instagram account, where he posts pictures of everyone he has woken up as. Rhiannon is still a little skeptical, but is beginning to believe him. She tries to investigate the matter herself and goes to visit Nathan at a church. He claims that he was possessed by the devil that day, and remembers only bits and pieces of what happened. When he woke up the following day, his phone was logged into the Devil Instagram account. But he claims that the credentials were changed before he could download any pictures. Rhiannon now fully believes that A wasn't lying. The following day, she sees a girl looking at her in the hallways and figures that it is A. The two talk and she asks him about Nathan. It turns out that A couldn't make it to Nathan's house on time and had to leave his body in a hurry. Hence, he had forgotten to log off his Instagram on Nathan's phone. Rhiannon then believes that A had invaded her privacy by kissing her as Justin. He apologizes and says that he doesn't do that with everyone, but it felt different with her. He felt something he has never felt before when he was with Rhiannon that day. For the same reason, he told her about his secret. Later that day, Rhiannon is at Justin's, when she asks him what he remembers about that day, but he too claims that everything is foggy. She then asks him questions about their relationship, but Justin is ignorant of the whole situation. The next day, A is a black guy named George. He calls Rhiannon to meet him in a library, where he pranks her by acting like he doesn't know who she is. The two talk about A's life again. In the end, the two kiss, when George's overprotective mother comes by and calls Rhiannon a whore. Rhiannon runs away in her car, smiling the whole time. The following day, A is beyond surprised to wake up in Rhiannon's body. She excitedly gets off the bed, and tells herself to be cool about this. While showering, A makes sure to not look at Rhiannon's body. At school, Justin approaches Rhiannon and starts to kiss her. A is nervous, when he asks Rhiannon to come over. She blows up at him, telling him that he doesn't understand or appreciate her. A hopes she won't get mad at him tomorrow for doing that. After school, Rhiannon goes to her dad's studio, something that real Rhiannon would never do. She bonds with her dad, and he even makes a painting of her. Later at night, A writes everything that happened today in a note for Rhiannon to read tomorrow, and goes to sleep. Rhiannon reads the note the next day, and goes to break up with Justin on her own. She has finally realized that he is not good for her. Justin is shocked and wishes her luck before storming away. She then calls A, and tells him about the breakup. She claims that she has never felt more clear about a decision in her life. The scene changes to Rhiannon and A as a different guy driving to her uncle's cabin in the woods. They spend the whole day together talking and laughing. The two plan to meet again tomorrow, but A has to take the guy back to his place for the night, so he leaves with the truck they came in. The next day, Rhiannon waits for him the whole day, but A never shows up. In the end, she calls her mother to pick her up in the cabin. Her mother is mad at her for making her drive 3 hours on a workday. The following day, we see A wake up as a guy named Michael who is supposed to fly to Holland. If he goes away, he will be transferred to somebody from Holland, and never come back, so he runs away from the house and calls Rhiannon to come to rescue him. Rhiannon drives to him in her sister's car, knocking off the driver's side mirror to escape from Michael's mother. She is mad at A for abandoning her at the cabin the day before. A explains that he woke up as a girl who was having a lung transplant yesterday, so he couldn't come. He wasn't even allowed near cell phones, so he couldn't call either. Later, A takes over the body of a girl named Kelsey, who was about to commit suicide. Rhiannon meets him at her house and the two see that she has already planned out a detailed suicide. Kelsey's father would only be home at 5 in the morning, so if A leaves her body before that, she will probably kill herself. Rhiannon wants A to live in Kelsey's body, until her father is home so she can get help. A isn't really sure if he can do that but tries anyway. It is 11:59 and A is still in Kelsey's body. Kelsey's father comes home later, and A tells him that she needs help. A and Rhiannon are both happy that they could save someone's life. The next day, A wakes up in Rhiannon's classmate Alexander's body. During the day, A keeps on boasting about how great of a guy Alexander is. Rhiannon wants A to stay in Alexander's body for some time as he did with Kelsey's, so they can be together for long. A reluctantly agrees, and lives as Alexander for the next few days. A totally invades Alexander's privacy, and declines all of his mother's calls to enjoy his time with Rhiannon. That day was Alexander's birthday, and his family had prepared a surprise for him. He felt bad for ignoring them all day. They too were disappointed in him. A apologizes to Alexander's mother, and decides to leave his body after informing Rhiannon tomorrow. The next day, A arranges a beautiful dinner for Rhiannon. As they talk, he reveals that he won't be Alexander from tomorrow as he doesn't want to take over his life. He tells her that they cannot realistically be together forever, so he wants Rhiannon to be with Alexander, because he is a nice guy and is perfect for her. Realizing that this is their last night together, Rhiannon and A dance and talk, and spend their last few hours together, cuddling on Alexander's bed. The next morning, A wakes up as a rich black girl, Katie, and drives away in her nice car. Meanwhile, Rhiannon meets Alexander at school, who compliments her smile. The two walk to their call together. The movie ends as we see A post a video on Instagram, enjoying his life as a new person at the Central Park. Because of his unselfishness, A decides to leave Rhiannon's life, so that she could live happily with someone else. Maybe, this is the definition of real love. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you did, subscribe if you're new. And at last, I'll say stay well, stay safe, thanks.